So the final lesson in Chapter 6 is Social Security and Medicare. So we're going to compute paycheck deductions for Social Security, and we're going to compute paycheck deductions for Medicare. So the amount of money that comes out of your paycheck for both of those taxes. So our key terms: Social Security. Social Security is an insurance program available through the U.S. government that provides income to people who either retire, become disabled, or who receive survivor's benefits. The Federal Insurance Contributions Act, FICA, this is the federal act that established Social Security insurance. So usually on your pay stubs you will see FICA, and that is for your Social Security deductions. The FICA tax, this is your Social Security and Medicare taxes, money that an employee and employer contribute to Social Security and Medicare to pay current benefits of others. So even though the money is coming out of your account right now, out of your paychecks, it's not going into an account where you get to use it later. It's paying for those that are already retired or those that are using Medicare and Social Security. So those taxes are going to pay for the older generation. So the younger generation will eventually be paying your Social Security and Medicare as well. Our next one is Social Security tax. This is the amount of Social Security a worker pays, depends on the Social Security percentage and the maximum taxable income for that year. So almost every year the maximum percentage on the maximum amount that you make changes. The amount is split between the employee and the employer. So you pay part of it, and then your employer matches the same contributions. Medicare tax, this is the amount of Medicare tax an employee pays. It's a set percentage of the entire income with no maximum amounts. So with Social Security, you have a maximum income. So even if you make more than the maximum income, you are only paying taxes on whatever the government set as the maximum. However, with Medicare, there is no maximum, and you pay your tax for all of the income that you do for Medicare. The amount, again, is also split between you and your employer. Maximum taxable income, the maximum income on which a person must pay Social Security tax in a given year. Social Security number, everybody has one. This is a 9-digit number that identifies a resident of the United States. This number is used to keep track of Social Security taxes that are paid. Extremely important that you keep this number confidential and don't share it with anybody, because it's also how you get credit cards. So what are Social Security and Medicare? Did you ever notice a FICA box on your paycheck stub? For those of you that work, tell me about it. Do you have one on there? If you are working on the books for a company, you should have this. They have to take this out of your paycheck. Employers match employee contributions to Social Security and Medicare. What are these matching funds used for? So I talked about it when we were just doing the key terms. So you need to finish these in your notes, as well as putting these on a separate sheet of paper and turning them in at the beginning of class. Example 1. Ramiro got his first job in 2006. In that year, Social Security tax was 6.2% of income up to $94,200. So if you made over $94,200, you still had to pay Social Security, but only on that first $94,200. The Medicare tax, though, was 1.45%. If Ramiro earned $73,210 in 2006, how much did he pay for Social Security and for Medicare taxes? So his income was less than the maximum taxable income, so he pays tax on all of that. So the Social Security tax was 6.2% up to $94,200. So again, he was under that, so he's going to pay tax on all of that. So $73,210 times 0.062, I converted my percent to a decimal. So you need to go ahead here and pause the video and get your answer. To do the Medicare tax, same thing. Only difference is here we're changing the percentage because it's only 1.45% of his income. So his income was $73,210. The percent is 1.45. As a decimal, it's 0.0145. So go ahead and pause the video and get your answer for Medicare tax. And then find the total. So what was the total amount of taxes for Social Security and Medicare that he paid? So total is what operation? Sum. So you're going to go ahead and add those two values up. So you need to go ahead and finish this question in your notes. Check your understanding. Lisa made a total of X dollars last year, which was less than the maximum taxable income for the year. Social Security tax was 6.2% and Medicare tax was 1.45%. Write an expression that represents what Lisa paid to Social Security and Medicare combined. So again, we're going to combine them here. The only thing is they didn't give us a dollar amount, so we're not actually going to be able to complete this. We're going to just leave it with variables in there. So you need to finish this question on a separate sheet of paper as well as in your notes. So Social Security, you know, is 0.062 times the income, and then Medicare is 0.0145 times the income, so you need to tell me what it is combined. Example 2, we're going to go ahead and skip this question. Check your understanding. Ming worked 3 jobs in 2006. The total of her income was less than $94,200. At Quick Mart, she made X dollars. At the college bookstore, she made Y dollars. And at the mail depot, she made Z dollars. Express the combined total of her Social Security and Medicare taxes algebraically. So with this one, we know that her Medicare and her Social Security total percentage is 0.0765. So what I do with that rate is 0.0675, and you should have found that in the previous slide. And I multiply that by the sum of all of her incomes, because each one of her incomes gets the 0.0765 multiplied by it. Example 3, we're going to go ahead and skip this question. The check your understanding, we're going to also skip this question, so these should all have skips in your notes packet, please. Example 4, in 1988, Social Security tax was 7.51% to the maximum income of $45,000. If Grace earned $51,211 in 1988, how much Social Security did she pay? Grace is only taxed on the maximum amount allowed by the law. Even though she earns $51,211, she is only taxed on the $45,000. So we go ahead and set it up. So the percent that she pays is 7.51%. So I converted my percent to a decimal, and I multiply that by $45,000. So you need to go ahead, pause the video, do the multiplication, finish this in your notes, please. And then check your understanding. In 1988, Ramona paid $2,853.80 in Social Security tax. What was Ramona's taxable income in 1988? You need to finish this and as well as turn it in on a separate sheet of paper. So they told you what she paid in Social Security tax. You need to tell me what her taxable income was. So you're going to work backwards from what you did in the previous example. So again, turn this one in on a separate sheet of paper and finish it in your notes.